It's not often that we see from Thorpy a signature pedal for an artist. I think there's just the Dane currently for Danish beat. But now, we present the Electric Lightning for Chris Buck. What is up, YouTube? My name is Buddy Blues, and it's Thorpy release day, which is one of the best days ever. Today we look at the Electric Lightning. You've seen teases of this. I'm sure you know Chris Buck. If you don't, please check Chris out. He's on YouTube. He's been on YouTube for a long time. He plays with a band called Cardinal Black, his band, and they are killer, and you should really check them out. And part of the reason why this exists is because of this band, or the situation the band has been put in. Now, Chris does this thing called the Friday Fretworks every Friday on his channel, where he tells you about the ins and outs of the music business, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. He bought a guitar, he bought this, blah, blah, blah. My band went here and there, stuff like that. He keeps you updated on himself, the band, his channel, all the good stuff. On one of the channels, he posted where he had to go to a venue and they didn't have a proper backline. I've been there, you've been there, Chris has been there, any professional musician has been there, where a venue promises a backline that, oh, don't worry about it, we got you. And you go there and it's a PV Viper. There's nothing wrong with a PV Viper, but it's just not my thing, and I'm sure it's not Chris's thing either. Entered the Electric Lightning from Thorpy. What is it? On paper, it's a drive and a boost. However, there's a tube inside. We'll get to that in a second. We've got, for the drive section, we have volume, treble, mid, and gain and bass, right? So you got a 3-band EQ, cool. Volume and gain, Nothing super fancy here. On the boost side, you've got boost and lows, kind of like the Dane. The lows is an excellent touch on a boost rather than highs or mids or whatever, because a lot of times you put a boost before or after a drive or whatever you want to do, you put a boost on and it takes too much of the lows away, especially if you put it behind the drive. This boost is indeed behind the drive. This is, you could take it as face value. You could take it as you've got a drive and a boost, right? You can take it as that. But that's not the purpose of this pedal. I think this pedal is a utility tool rather than a drive and a boost. And there's nothing wrong with those either. My favorite overdrive of all time is the Dane along with the Greer Lightspeed. But the Dane is indeed that, a drive and a boost. That's I think it's my favorite pedal of all time. But this has a bit of a different job in my opinion. I think this is a night saver. Night, not like night. I know, they're both British, but I don't mean night. I mean night, N-I-G-H-T. It's if you've got a gig and you get to the venue and the whatever, they've got an amp that you don't like or an amp that doesn't sound good. All you need is to put that amp on clean. Any solid state amp, any amp on earth, let's get real here, has pretty decent cleans. A Line 6 Spider, a solid state, it has to be tubes. I get it. But when it comes to solid state, the cleans are always going to be pretty damn clean. That's where this comes in. You put this as an always on thing and it's got you covered because you can turn the gain down and the tube that's inside is going to really react to your dynamics and all that. So you get the feel of a tube amp. In a pedal, that's that. Hi, Editing Buddy Blues here. I kept mentioning tube this and tube that. The pedal runs on 12 volts and, now you might be automatically thinking, who am I getting rid of 12 volts? Hold on. Thorpy does indeed provide you with the 12 volt adapter for the pedal. Also, all of your power supplies on your pedal boards have a 12 volt thing. You always ignore it and put it on 9. And then whenever you want to boost it, remember the boost is behind the drive. So when you hit the boost, if the drive is already on, when you hit the boost, you're not going to boost the volume. You're going to boost the saturation. It's going to bloom and it's, oh dude, come on now. Also, I don't know if you can see it while we're in Studio B today. So the lighting is not perfect, but the color is beautiful. Also, you can see that I got EL Electric Lighting Demo number 1, meaning Sasha got number 2 or number 3. Okay, enough blah blah. You heard it in context in the beginning. Now let's play it on its lonesome. We're gonna do some drive by itself. We're gonna do some boost by itself, and then we're gonna do together. And then at the end, I'm gonna show you how I would use it, which is gain fairly low on a relatively clean amp. And that's your platform. For me, a lot of people do it differently, and I think Adrian, Mr. Thorpe, does it differently where he uses it more of a drive tool at the beginning. I like this at the very end so that I never have to worry about a venue. I never have to worry about what am I plugging into? What do you have for the blues? I'm gonna stick with the same guitar and we've been playing the Silktone. Let's play it again. Let's play it forever. Bury me with the Silktone. Silktone Oxbox, let's get to it. Oh. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have now heard the Electric Lightning from Thorpy and Chris Buck. I think, I said at the beginning of the video, I think this is his second only signature artist type thing, type pedal. I think, I may be wrong. I would have to look at the whole catalog again. But this is exciting, this is cool, and Chris has been using it. You've seen it where he's got it taped up and stuff like that. He's had, I think the knobs or whatever, he had it taped up. He's been using it for a while. It's been on his board. I think he did a thing with the Pedal Show guys. He you know, did the thing with them, the whole hour and a half of a rig build. That was on there and it was covered. And I thought that was very cool. If this was your first time on the channel, welcome. If it's not, welcome back. People, please consider sharing, liking, subscribing. I did a giveaway. It's still active as we speak. You should enter that. It's on the previous video. And if you don't know Adrian Thorpe, like Thorpy Effects, and if you don't know Chris Buck, I highly encourage you, I'll put their stuff underneath. I highly encourage you to check them out. There's a lot of pedals that I've done from Thorpy on this channel. There's also other channels that have done it too if you want a different flavor. But if you don't know about Chris Buck, man, he's a plethora of free licks. Watch him play and steal his stuff because it's just so tasteful. He's one of the most tasteful guitar players on this platform. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have been Buddy Blues. You have been the people of the blues. Until next time, thank you for watching.